So let's discuss about digital identity. And when discussing about digital identity, actually I will start with a short story. I was some days ago in another panel with a lawyer who is like highly experienced, highly educated, and I was discussing about digital identity because this is a topic that I'm discussing. And she was telling me that she doesn't trust the services, she doesn't trust the digital services. Why it is important to discuss about trust? It is because the trust is the foundation for a secure identities. Is trust something new? No, the trust is the foundation for the modern society. So we found trust from the very ancient years. As you know very well, that actually in the very early years, the trust was the fundamental development of the society. For people trust between each other when they're building the society, when they want to survive, they trust each other. The society was evolving, and after that, it was issued the first passport in the medieval age. Why it was issued? It was issued because there were the economic relations goes further, and they cannot develop only that small village, only in that small city. They're trying to evolve more and more, and it was needed another trust solution. So the first trust solution was the passport. In our society today, we are in the digital era, and we find trust everywhere. If you are discussing about our money, if you are discussing about our salary, we are using online services. So we trust the bank, we trust the application in order to protect our money. When we are doing the shoppings, we are doing the shoppings online, meaning that we are trusting that service is a very good one. Going further, after the COVID era, everyone is working remote, so we are trusting our colleagues that are doing a very good job. Speaking that, actually, we are discussing that the trust, it's not the new currency is not only the money. The new currency is the trust, and we see trust everywhere. We see trust actually in the internet user, in the online banking transactions, in the e-commerce sales, and also in the remote work. Even if it's quite like decreasing slightly, we can see that building trust in our society is very, very important. Going further, how the digital trust impact our society? We can see that in the last years, in the last 4 years, the digital sales increased very much. It's a very, very huge increase in terms of digital sales initiated through online services. Even if we are speaking about basic services like online onboarding, also if you are talking about loans. So the bank trusts us to provide us a loan totally digitally without seeing us. Plus, if you are seeing the number of the transaction and digital area, they're increasing a lot. There is also why trust is important. Trust is important because not only the digital transactions are increasing, but also because of the digital the theft it's increasing. And we'll discussing about that later. So in this moment, it's quite very, very important to discuss and to create a society where the trust is very, very important. We at Evrotrust, we are very focused not only to create the trust with our clients, not only to create the trust with our partners. We are very focused to see exactly how the end user, how our clients are seeing the solutions for digital onboarding. That's why last year we have conducted a training research, and you can scan and can download the research. I will tell you exactly what we have learned from this experience. We learned that the end users want an onboarding journey to be as little as possible, to take at least 5 minutes. Actually, also, it's very important to have a very simple, clear, and easy way in order to create and to go to another bank. But one of the most important that we learn from the end user is that they want to do the customer journey to onboarding once. They don't want to go to every single bank to do the digital onboarding again and again, and every single bank has a very differentiated way in order to do onboarding. They want to do onboarding once, they want to store that identity, and they want to use it accessing different services across across the private sector. That's exactly what we are doing at Evrotrust. We have built an application in which the identity is stored, and you can use the same application to access different services like bank services, like media, like education. You can travel using the digital identity. You can access services like public transportation. Is this something new? No, this is like it is in line with what happens in the legislative area regarding eIDAS 2.0. So we're discussing, it was like the presentation yesterday, I don't want to go through that, but this is exactly it is exactly in line with what happens in this moment. The idea is to create a digital identity wallet that is accessible and free for every citizen, when they can store that identity data, and they can use the services to the government institutions, to the banks, to the insurance company. They want to access services using this digital identity. They want to access services in telecommunication, education, and travel, using one identity, one wallet, and able to access different services across Europe and also across local market. And the implementation, it's Q4, so we are very near to that. What you can do with the identity wallet, so you can open and manage a bank account, actually not only opening, but also updating the data using the same identity wallet. You can sign contract totally remotely, not being in the same country. You can be in France and sign the loan contract in Romania. You can access public services across Europe. You can show proof of school and university diplomas using the same digital wallet. Also, what is very important, because our health is very important, you can access medical services and across Europe. That's the idea of using an identity wallet that can be the line between the government and the private sector and can be used in any different area of our daily activities, traveling, buying a car, buying a house, going to the court or any other kind, doing shoppings and any other kind of services without being mandatory to do the identification once again. That's what we are doing at Evrotrust. We are a certified trust service provider, so we are providing to the Europe the qualified trust service. We are a notified EID scheme in Europe, and also we are very, very focused on the Romanian market, meaning that we are authorized against ADR rules and also against the new law for the electronic signature in Romania. Our solution is legally valid across Europe, and it is compliant with the European Banking Association. When speaking about trust, what can be more trustful in a digital identity solution than to take the liability for the wrong identification, meaning that we don't provide only a technology solution for our partners. We are provided attestation of identity, meaning that in case that identity is not done correctly, we, Evrotrust, took the legal responsibility for doing the identification wrong, meaning that we trust our solution and we are providing to our customers the best solution for identity verification. And of course, we can provide a white label, mobile SDK and web SDK that you can easily integrate with the same features in your banking activities, not being able to do another solutions. And what we are doing, actually, we are offering secure identity solution, AML compliance solution, and also, as I told, we take the legal liability for wrong identification up to 2 million. We believe in a digital society. We are building a digital society, and that's why we encourage to use these solutions across Europe, even for higher transactions, meaning that if you grant a loan for up to 2 million users using a solution for identification through Evrotrust, we are fully responsible for that identification and for that issue. How we can support you in your daily process? We have a fully solution for Know Your Client. It's compliant both to local legislation and both to European legislation, meaning that you can have only one solution across Europe, and also it's valid in Romania, being certified of ADR. The solution is fully automated. We learn from the experience, and actually we build a process that is meaning only one scan of the document, identity, liveness check, and after that we are doing our job behind, meaning that we are also doing the manual verification for every identification. Hopefully in future, when we have the new electronic ID card, what it was specified yesterday on the scene, and the new electronic ID card will have a chip, we'll be able to capture and to read data through NFC, which with the same identification process. Also, our solution is available across Europe, across world, and you can use it or whenever you want. How we are doing? We are minimizing the risk for the companies, for the banks. Actually, we took the responsibility for the identification. We trust our solution, and we try to encourage the people. And actually, more going further, we want to be the first in the market that will be connected with the public governmental data in order to check in real time if that ID is not falsified and if that ID it is original in the moment of onboarding. I was told before, because also we have a panel, and I did another slide, what it means notify the ID scheme, meaning that you can have a wallet, a European wallet, that can be used and that was certified and approved by every single country across Europe. So every single country analyze and approve our solution, and actually in this moment we are able to offer a remote identity attestation service. Also, we are compliant with ADAS 2.0 with the new business line that comes, meaning that in the new area, I don't want, actually it was yesterday, it's sharing the data, so I don't want to share only the data, I want to share some attributes, so I don't want to share all the full data from the ID, I want to share only my name, my first name, my last name, my CNP, and so on. We are certified in this regards, and the end user can share in a very qualified way, in a very secure way, only the data that company needed. And how we are doing this? At the end of the day, actually, after the identity is done, we are issuing a free qualified certificate for every user that can be used in the daily activities. If you want to try it, I encourage you to scan the document and to download the application, the Evrotrust application, and also for you for this event, we have 50 free qualified services that you can use in your daily services. Also, if you want, we have a new application in the 2 months, and also we are very happy to put this in transition with you and to use it for the very digital world. If you want to find more about us and about our solution, I'm at your disposal, so you can find me on LinkedIn, on email, or on the phone, and also actually we can connect and discuss together after that. Sorry
wow. Wow! So what I've learned